Have you ever thought that what we are yearning in relationship, the way how we build them, tells a lot about who you are, where we are coming from, and what challenges we are headed toward to? If that is something that piques your interest, join today's discussion. For people who don't know me, my name is Irina Khurilova. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, hypnocoach, owner of the Modern Day Transformation. And today we are talking about nature of relationship that we build at work, at home, people around us, different type of them, and how to take them to the next level. As usual, we will have therapeutic visualization right after the discussion. If that is something that you would like to create an emotional and visual imprint of the new story, then I encourage you to join the therapeutic visualization as well. But to kick our discussion, I would like to ask you a couple of questions. How difficult is it for you to say goodbye? Goodbye to situations, people? What emotions are rising when you're thinking about that you have to leave someone or something that is no longer working, like a job environment, group of friends, perhaps a partner if the relationship is no longer working for you? And what do you feel when you're looking at your photos from your childhood, the memories when they're rising about who you are, who you've been? You see, when we are coming to this world, we have like empty kitchen cabinet of spices, and we will have to create some recipes for love, for relationship, for success. And we started to put in those emotional ingredients, building them, putting them in jars, and then mixing, creating our own recipes from what we see and absorb around us. Um, and depending on the family that you enter, the dynamic, the environment, you perhaps had access to more spices or less spices, to a much healthier relationship or probably a less healthier one. And we put in there what we see and copy from our parents, the way how relate to each other and to themselves, the stories of the family members, fairy tales that we were read to when we were kids, the characters that we relate to in cartoons, movies, and we all add in and build in some of it without actually experiencing much of it until we are not building the relationship we are in them, because we are in a particular environment and we're still depending on that environment. And it's lasts approximately until the teen years. This is the first time when we are starting to question, is it really work like that? Is that what it's supposed to be? And for some of us, we feel that the teen years were okay. For others, it was additional layers of trauma and fight tension. But after that, usually we have a lot of energy and we rush to achieve, to succeed for our goals, for some ideas that we have in our head. And it lasts approximately until you are 35, 40, when suddenly in some areas of your life, you notice that a lot of conflicts arising, scenarios, experiences, and you no longer, as if formulas that you set are working out, as if it's something missing or it's something should to be different. Like, why is that no longer the way how it's supposed to work? As if, and we started to search for the skills, for understanding what's wrong with, truly speaking, some of it garbage that we are dragging from all those years when we were just copying someone else's strategies and ideas of how it's supposed to be. So those conflicts and scenarios all resonate within us, and the way how we can tell that we um, perhaps need to fix something, it's what feelings are rising when we are thinking inside, when we are in that, you know, um, vulnerable state. Do we feel lack of trust and support from the partners, from the relationships? And until we integrate it inside of us, it's very hard to move to the next level. Do you feel that people are constantly violating your boundaries? And until you integrate the healthy aggression that you're for yourself, but not against the others, you won't be able to move on. Perhaps you are constantly feeling that nobody sees you and here, but you are yearning for this admiration, for uh, you know, recognition from people. Then, until you integrate that part inside of you, you constantly will be depending on other people providing it to you. And that is something that inside. But how do we see outside? And outside, we can look at the way how who we are in when we are in the relationship. Do you feel like a person who, like a parent who is constantly pushing everyone, encouraging, believing, raising everyone, babysitting to make sure that everyone does what they're supposed to? You like a hero, shouldering everyone's responsibility, or you think very little about yourself and your own life because you are like a locomotive going forward and dragging all those cars behind. Or you may find yourself on the opposite side. You feel very vulnerable. So you're looking for the people, for the relationship where people constantly would love you, will support you, will encourage you, hold your hand, calm you down, where you're going to be cared for. Um, Also look at the way what happening with you when the relationship ends, and what actions are you taking, the way how you behave, what is happening there. Do you feel that you are in the moment when you are in distress, that there is a lot of anger, is that you have to do something, you have to attack, you have to fight because you were not heard, they did something wrong to you, it's unfair, you were not valued enough, you were not understood, you were not heard, you were not given enough attention and opportunities, being loved enough, fed enough, and all of that get wrapped into aggression in you going and discrediting and fighting for, because right now it's your right to do so, to restore your own need. And if we look what is beneath all of that, beneath very often is a sense of emptiness. Because this is a separation anxiety. The other people didn't give you enough because this part was not integrated inside of you. You were getting it from other people. And it's yawning. Or you can find yourself on the opposite side when you feel that you are abandoned, unfortunate, that people are rejecting, people separating from you, and you are no longer needed. And that's also rising a lot of emotions. And see what actions are you taking once again. Were you able to not to kill each other, not to devalue, destroy, losing it, but to transform, to save the value of the experiences that you were getting on both sides, understanding the other people, and compromise, communicate through it, finding the common grounds. Because in a partnership, in a relationship, when you are a partner toward yourself, You are able to dive in with all your curiosity. You have a lot of energy. You wanted to communicate. You wanted to go to show, and every contact give you a hint, an interest, and something to do, something to sparkle. And you live the life the fullest in its fullest colors. At the same time, you are taking responsibility for everything that you have chosen and be able to support yourself, not bombarding neither yourself nor the other party, but supporting yourself wholeheartedly with all that is going on within you. When you are no longer need to ask permission or afraid of experiencing emotions that are coming, be okay, being able to transform inside yourself to move forward. That is a level that we are all um, hoping to come, and especially manifesting itself when we are vulnerable, when we are in this very sensitive and open state, when something separates, when we are living, see the way how you can relate. And from that point, if you find yourself, you have two options. You can, if you need help, um, devote your time for therapeutic visualization, very gently creating an imprint of emotional imprint of the new behavior, like feeling this void inside of you, like feeding yourself, loving yourself enough, or in a bit more intense and faster way is, of course, therapeutic session 101, where you can restore it, dive in under, and transform and learn a lot from what is going on inside of you right now. And I think it's a good segment right now to start a therapeutic visualization for people who find it something that they would like to do. So find a comfortable spot for yourself right now, preferably quiet. And if there are any going to be additional sounds or thoughts that are rising, let it be the canvas upon which your visualization is going to unfold. Take a deep breath in and out. As usually, we will kind of center ourselves. We will feel how our head is doing today. Is it heavy? Is it light? Perhaps you have a lot of thoughts and they are like clouds. What type of cloud they are? Heavy or swishing fast? Take a deep breath and go deeper. Notice how your neck and shoulders are doing. Notice how your chest is rising and falling with each breath that you are taking. Take a couple of more breaths, concentrating on it. Feel sensation in your back, in your hands, what they are doing right now. Feel the weight of your body, how it presses against the surface that you are sitting on. Feel how your legs are doing. You can wiggle your toes and feel sensation inside of them. Welcome back to your own body. It's usually it feels a bit heavier, a bit more home when we are not in our head, when we are inside in the present moment. And I want you to envision yourself as a ski resort. It's a perfect winter day. And I don't know what is your favorite activity, whether you like snowshoeing or like go on a snow, just walk around, uh, going on a skis, downhill skis, or cross country, or snowboard. You have it. And we are as a gondola waiting for our car to arrive. Take a deep breath in and out. It's a perfect winter day, the way how you like it the most. It's a powder day for people who like powder. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, and everything covered in a beautiful snow. Perhaps you can hear the humming of gondola working its way up and down. People talking next to you in a line. Some of them may be familiar to you, some of them not. They're going to ride along the way in that gondola. But that is a special gondola. It will go through the earlier stages of your life. And the stop that we are going to exit is here and now. But we are going to revisit what have happened to you. Just feel emotions arising when you're thinking of it. Riding gondola on that perfect day. And once your car arrives, you can enter your cabin and start moving toward the age of approximately when you were 3 years old. The independent one. You probably already were able to walk around, feed yourself. Definitely knew where you want to go and where you don't, what you would like to eat and what you don't, and what is best for you. And perhaps you already learned how to tie your shoelaces. And when you're thinking of yourself back then, perhaps there are people who were around you back then in your memories. Siblings, parents, or other people who were taking care of you. And when you think of yourself back then in stories, or some flashes of memory, what do you think you wished you had more of? For some people, it may feel that they wish to have a little bit more love, support, a bit more hugs and kisses. For others, is that they wish to had to be cared for, to be someone next to them, to feel safe, that somebody is comforting them when they are upset. Whatever you feel you were needed back then, take a deep breath in and out. And our ski lift makes a first stop. And the gondola operator gives you an envelope with some letter to you, with those words, an encouragement of love and support, that somebody important is always present in your life, and you can be that person. Or perhaps it's a symbol that means something important to you. And I want you to open this envelope and feel that and give it to that part of you that back then, at that moment, was yearning for those sensations and experiences needed back then. Just be that person for you back then, giving what you needed the most. And our ski lift starts to move, and we headed toward the elementary school years. Perhaps you were wearing some sort of uniform. You had it. You had a group of friends. You were building some sort of relationship, trying it out. You had teachers. There are, of course, different situations. What do you think you wish to have more of? Example. Perhaps a bit more praise, encouragement, somebody believing in you, somebody be patient and understand that it's hard. Or perhaps talk about your fears, scary to know, scary to navigate. Just be next to you and tell them that you're okay. Whatever is happening, you are doing well. And our ski lift makes a stop, and the lift operator gives you one more envelope. And when you're opening it, there are some words or symbol that means a lot to you. And I want you to take this envelope once again. Give it to that part of you. Say to that part of you that needed it at that moment when you were little, as if you can support yourself back then. Saying that you're okay, that you're going to be okay. And encourage you to reach more, to do more crazy stuff and enjoy life, or boost something else that you wish the most, a little bit more of. Take a deep breath in and out, sharing it with that part of you back then. And now we are moving toward your teen years. And of course, you are dressed totally different. You are perhaps with different group of friends, and relationships are different. And what is it back then you wish to have more of when you were a teenager? Perhaps a sense that you are heard, that you can relate to someone without judgment. The empathy, the understanding, the simplicity of it, being feeling valued, important for someone. No matter what you do or how you behavior, what is happening, that you are welcome back with all your quirkiness and everything around it, that you are seen, heard, and you are unique in your own way. What is it that you wish to have more of? And our gondola makes a stop, and gondola operator once again hands you an envelope with some words or symbol that resonate, reflects that sensation and yearning that you wish you had more of. And I want you to read it loud to that part of you, or to somehow give it to that part of you, as if you can back then, when you needed it the most in your memories, within the situations. And take one more time, breath in and out, sharing it, spreading all over you. And our gondola goes toward the last stop for us for now. It's here and now, moment of here and now. And what is it that you're doing? What is it going on in your life that you wanted to feel more of right now? Perhaps a bit more attention, recognition, to feeling important and heard, or something else. What is it that you're yearning right now? Take a deep breath in and out. Our gondola makes a stop, and we are exiting the cabin. And ski lift operator gives us again one more envelope where we can read those words and feel those important sensations. What is it for you so important to hear right now? The love, support, encouragement toward yourself. And take a deep breath in and out towards the point at the station. And you notice how gondola lift goes further. And you always can return and ride it again if you like. But right now we're saying goodbye to it. Do you know where you are headed toward? What is it in front of you? Or this is a new journey for you? When you just receive those important feelings, those 4 envelopes that you have placed very dear to your heart, with the most important word and symbols that you were missing. How does it feel right now going forward, making steps, riding? Take a deep breath in and out. And I want you to make that step. And find a comfortable spot for you to end this visualization for yourself. You can return to it anytime you would like to. Take a couple of more deep breaths in and out. Move around on your eyes if you had them closed. And I encourage you to draw something that resonated a lot within your heart, or find a picture that is similar and make a snapshot of it on a phone and keep it in front of your eyes for a week. Just a reminder of how you can feel right now, how you can show up differently for yourself when you have something very important close to your heart. Stay healthy, be unstoppable, and see you next time.